Hello everyone and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for General Hospital. Brooklyn, a tipsy driver, escapes the scene of a collision. According to General Hospital spoilers, Brooklyn might soon have to make a difficult moral choice. When it comes to baby Phoebe's foster parent status, will Brooklyn be willing to step forward? Fans of GH are aware that Brooklyn had been drinking wine with Lucy before receiving a call from Dante. Dante gave Brooklyn a ring and expressed his hope that she would arrive in time after learning that Gio was playing guitar at Charlie's pub. This implies that Brooklyn was probably driving too fast while intoxicated. There is a strong chance Brooklyn is to blame for the recent vehicle accident because that sounds like a prescription for disaster. Because of this alcohol and her need to move quickly, Brooklyn may have been driving a little recklessly. As a result, Charlotte might have swerved to avoid Brooklyn and unintentionally caused Jordan, who was distracted, to skid off the road. Brooklyn may have initiated this issue by choosing to drive, but she may leave the scene without even realizing that she had caused a vehicle accident. It's possible that Brooklyn will speed into the night and arrive to Charlie's pub without realizing that her actions caused harm to others. Brooklyn might voluntarily leave the scene knowing what she did, of course, but that would be quite uncharacteristic. It appears more likely that Brooklyn won't find out until she learns about the collision and fit things together. In any case, Brooklyn will show up at Charlie's pub and apologize to Gio for missing the performance. Even if Brooklyn didn't get to see the performance, it was pointless that she appeared to be the cause of the crash. What would happen if Brooklyn learned about the tragedy and came to the conclusion that she was at fault? After being conditionally approved to be Phoebe's foster parents together with Harrison Chase, would Brooklyn come forward? Brooklyn and Chase might not be able to bring Phoebe home from the hospital as a result. Brooklyn might face legal repercussions as well, which might have an impact on her chances of being adopted by Chase in the future. Brooklyn could be tempted to keep quiet because there will be a lot on the queue. If witness statements or traffic camera evidence point to Brooklyn, it might be an issue. According to General Hospital spoilers, Brooklyn might be dealing with a challenging secret following Jordan, Curtis, Charlotte, and Danny's automobile accident. So, keep checking back. Wild accident result. Rocco's ear visit. Britt grovels to Sidwell. After the vehicle accident, there would be a lot of drama. While Rocco is in danger, Britt will also need to make a last-ditch appeal. Britt will swallow her pride and follow Cassius, also known as Nathan, at Windermere. She will apologize to Sidwell and say she will stop at nothing to atone for her treachery. Sidwell will continue to be uneasy about Britt and whether or not she is genuinely trustworthy. If Sidwell determines that Britt is not valuable, she may still be fired after delivering the prototype. It appears that Ava will interrupt Sidwell and Cassius as they were talking about Britt by themselves. Sidwell might argue that he is collaborating closely with Detective West in an effort to apprehend Marco's murderer because Ava will be curious about Nathan's visit. In the end, Sidwell might confide in Ava about his anger at Sonny's funeral pop-up and his ongoing conviction that Marco was taken out by the mob boss. Fans of GH will then witness the aftermath of the recent vehicle crash. There will be some sparks coming from a wrecked car, which is probably Jordan's. What additional vehicles were involved in the collision that will claim the lives of Jordan and Curtis? Brooklyn may have over the boundary and put Charlotte in Jordan's lane since she was intoxicated while driving. It was a perfect storm of turmoil on the road since Jordan was also preoccupied. Isaiah, meantime, is leaving the cabin and returning to the city. Will Isaiah discover the crash scene and apply his medical knowledge? This could be the reason Lulu informs Rocco that she will need to take him to the emergency room in the teaser video on Wednesday. Lulu's worries over Rocco's diseased hand raised more questions, but Isaiah might not show up for the home call because he was hoping to make. Thus, Rocco might end up in the ER. Naturally, if Charlotte and Danny are going to be admitted to the hospital, Lulu may soon discover that her other child is involved in a terrifying ordeal of her own. Although Brooklyn might have contributed to the collision, she might not have realized that her actions set off a series of events. This might lead to a scenario in which Brooklyn continues driving and learns of the collision only afterwards. In any event, Brooklyn and Jill will soon exchange regrets in Charlie's pub. Brooklyn will be upset that she missed Jill's performance, but he might offer an apology for failing to notify her. Dante will see Emma nearby to see how Anna is doing and to inquire about any updates. Carly, on the other hand, will become anxious over a phone call that will undoubtedly connect to Danny and Charlotte's involvement in the collision. Valentine and Carly will get into her car and drive to either GH or the crash site. According to General Hospital spoilers, Valentine's situation will be difficult because he is on the run, but he will prioritize seeing how Charlotte is doing. The reason GH fans are engrossed in Molly and Cody tells us a lot about the show. In the dark, Molly and Cody are a beacon of hope. Molly and Cody from General Hospital have swiftly emerged as the couple that everyone adores. On the cherished soap opera, their plot is a ray of hope during a difficult period. Despite a difficult beginning, Molly and Cody are now in a loving partnership. They make a fun relationship because of their opposites attract plot. There are now some really gloomy plots in GH. Cody and Molly are the bright spot in the shadows. Cody and Molly are adorable. It took Molly and Cody for a long time to start dating. They occasionally dragged on with pointless miscommunications and lost opportunities. We didn't think they would ever get together, but they did. And they are wonderful together. It didn't seem like they would be a good fit, but goofy, steady-handed Cody and astute, career-minded Molly are. She grounds him while he brings forth her playful side. His readiness to look into her endometriosis was just what she needed, and his willingness to consider the prospect of not having children demonstrated his concern for her. Her bizarre post-operative moments were endearing, but they also revealed her genuine emotions. We are supportive of this couple's ability to go far. In the dark light. There are currently some fantastic plots on GH. The suspenseful dramas of Evil Willow with Drew on her as her prisoner, Sidwell and Colum with her heinous actions, and Jason's disappearance are all quite dark. Sometimes a show needs a little lighting to complete it. In addition to making viewers happy, Cody and Molly's love story demonstrates the start of a genuine relationship and how a couple overcomes adversity together. The opposites attract element of their romance is another thing that many people adore. This coupling is disliked by certain fans who disagree. They think this duo is awkward and not meant for each other. Whether they like them or not, they are flirty and entertaining, and above all, not attempting to kill anyone. Do you think Molly and Cody make a good couple? Spoilers for General Hospital. James is devastated when Keisha's twin twist takes Dad Nathan away once more. According to General Hospital teasers, James will continue to admire Nathan, also known as Keisha's Faison, even if he is a phony. Although it took some time for James to develop a close relationship with Nathan, it is now evident that he loves his dad. Sadly, the GH writers are putting little James in a difficult situation. As Felician noted, James has always made an effort to use a variety of father figures to fill the gap Nathan left behind. But at last, James believes he has the real thing, and he's overjoyed. James aspires to be like false Nathan, as he thinks he's a hero. Unfortunately, Nathan is lying about who he really is and has become entangled with the evil guys. As if that weren't terrible enough, Cassius is well aware of Sidwell's poisoning of Maxie and acknowledges the benefit it provided. To put it another way, Cassius didn't mind if Sidwell placed James' mother into a coma. If James found out about that or any of Cassius's other dark secrets, he would be appalled. It's only a matter of time until the story breaks in Port Charles now that fans are aware that Nathan is actually Cassius. You can sure the truth will eventually come to light, even though it might take some time before the Cassius shock is revealed. When that occurs, Maxie might be the one to sit James down and tell him that Cassius had tricked them. James will learn that his deranged uncle has been posing as his father for a long time and that his father is still dead. James' heart will be completely broken and his head will be messed up by that. This will undoubtedly rank among the most difficult experiences James has had in his brief life to date. Given that James has a history of running away, it is plausible that he will do so once more upon discovering his fatherless once more. This cautious discovery will be difficult for James to comprehend, but it will undoubtedly be devastating. Do you believe James is being treated too cruelly by this cautious twist? When the true story is revealed, how will James handle it? In any case, James' happiness as Nathan's homecoming will soon give way to sadness over Cassius's deceit. When it comes to the major revelation that will ruin James' world, the clock is ticking. According to General Hospital spoilers, James will face a great deal of heartbreaking drama, so keep an eye on ABC's GH. Lucy's GH plan is either brilliant or a disaster waiting to happen. Lucy's plan depends on Ava responding just as she expects, which puts her in danger. Lucy from General Hospital has never encountered a plan that she didn't think she could carry out successfully, and this one may be her most ambitious to date. On the surface, the concept is rather straightforward. Take advantage of Ava's instability, add a hint of envy, and allow Sidwell's world to begin to fall apart from the inside out. For a little period, it sounds clever and strategic. However, the more you examine it, the more it seems to be based on timing, emotion, and the highly optimistic notion that once chaos begins to move, it can be controlled, and that's where things could start to go awry. Important lessons. In order to undermine Sidwell, Lucy's strategy depends on eliciting an emotional response from Ava. Timing and controlling chaos are key components of this method. The outcome is challenging to control because of Ava's unpredictable nature. Lucy loses control of the situation when her emotions get out of hand. Sidwell's and Ava's reactions could make the plan risky or possibly violent. A strategy based on a reaction, Lucy's reasoning is not arbitrary. Ava, her former adversary, is known for her dramatic outbursts and lack of self-control. If you push her just far enough, Lucy might get precisely what she needs from the repercussions. She thinks Ava will eventually give Sidwell a choice between her and Lucy because he won't commit to just one woman. Lucy is betting that Sidwell will become sidetracked, Ava will lose her composure, and the equilibrium will abruptly change. In theory, that part is functional, but the strategy relies on their responses on keep them contained, which is where things start to go wrong, because Ava won't stop to consider her options if she feels cornered or taken advantage of. Whatever Lucy puts in motion won't be controllable for a very long time since she moves quickly, the moment control vanishes. What transpires following the initial step is the most significant problem. Lucy does not consider motion. Instead, she considers cause and consequence. The situation becomes difficult for her to control once emotions take over, and in a world where everything becomes worse, that's a problem. It becomes personal if Ava perceives manipulation. It becomes harmful if Sidwell detects it. Additionally, Lucy is no longer running a strategy once they are both responding rather than thinking. She is unable to slow down as she stands in the middle of a racing disaster. Because of this, it is extremely unsettling and almost dangerous to consider what she is putting in action. It might be successful for a minute. It might even function flawlessly. However, it also seems like the kind of maneuver that only lasts until the precise moment it breaks. Ava has been known to kill if it helps her achieve her goals. True, perhaps not to his degree of villainy. Lucy may find herself under two pairs of eyes if she believes Lucy poses a threat to her prospective relationship with Sidwell. She would undoubtedly not want to be there. GH spoilers for the next 3 weeks. An explosive May sweep is set by Willow's threat, Sidwell's attack, Rocco's guilt, and more. According to General Hospital spoilers for the upcoming 3 weeks from April 6 to April 24, Willow has to face her own problems and Jocelyn is in danger. This is thrilling action in New York City in addition to all the PC drama. Callum, who has the key to Brit's Huntington medication, intimidates her over the week of April 6 to 10. However, Brit might become more aggressive and discover who Jason is shielding due to Callum's insistence. Nathan's evil twin, Cassius, encounters Brit, who is aware of his secret, and we anticipate that Cassius will tell Sidwell about his sister. Brit is aware. Renan, meanwhile, has discovered Carly and Valentine's secret. Explosive spoilers hint at a knockdown, drag-out battle for Burley. Christina considers the past, possibly including flashbacks of Ethan Lovett before his return this month, while Gio and Emma have a hectic date night. Ethan comes back. Rocco is the one who shot Callum, and his sister, Charlotte, and Father Dante investigate the mystery. He is on the verge of losing it. Will Rocco confide in Brit after following her to Pier 55, where he shot the villain? Rocco is inclined to admit that he is the reason the WSB vanished Jason because he feels secure with Brit. The week of April 20 to 2024. Brit will want to keep Rocco safe, but doing so could put her in danger. Gio and Emma travel to New York City for a pleasant trip that includes a Broadway performance over the week of April 20 to 24. The couple engages with Michael James Scott, who plays Genie in the Aladdin production and is acquainted with violinist Gio. Will Callum recall seeing Jocelyn in the intensive care unit when he returns to PC? Does Callum recall? According to explosive spoilers, Jocelyn is put in grave jeopardy when Callum learns of her WSB connection. Willow confronts Trina and Kai about their knowledge that she shot Drew in the meanwhile. We expect Willow, a heartless minx, to intimidate poor Kai and Trina into keeping quiet. Finally, Sidwell intensifies his retaliation against the individual he believes killed Sonny. Sidwell may exact revenge on his loved ones by using Sonny as a target. There you have it. GH fans, the next 3 weeks will be filled with chaos and flair as the program prepares for a big May sweep. A bold new era of storytelling begins with Cameron Matheson's GAF Christmas film. We are fully informed about an accidental Christmas, Cameron Matheson's latest film. Cameron Matheson, star of General Hospital, is preparing for his Christmas feature, Great American Family. Candace Cameron Bure is the executive producer of the film An Accidental Arctic Christmas, which also features Jill Wagner. Important lessons. The new Christmas romance comedy stars Cameron Matheson and Jill Wagner. The movie centers on a father-daughter who are stranded in an Arctic hamlet and require assistance from a wildlife conservationist. As the network commemorates in its 5th anniversary, An Accidental Arctic Christmas ushers in a new age of storytelling. Everything about Matheson's new film Christmas movie stars Cameron Matheson and Jill Wagner, according to Women's World. In the summary, a baseball player anticipates spending Christmas Eve with his daughter Isla. She decides to take an Arctic cruise. It seems like a fantastic idea at first, but then the ship departs without them. The father-daughter pair encounters Jane, a wildlife conservationist who supports them during the strange period. As they explore the Arctic, their journey becomes unforgettable. The film's specifics were revealed by executive producer Candace Cameron Bure, who said, "This story reminds us that the best gifts in life aren't the ones we plan for. Sometimes you physically miss your boat and wind up precisely where you're meant to be." Bringing in a new era of Christmas film, one of the first 2026 Christmas films that our GAF has revealed is the one. The network releases a roster of holiday-themed original films every season. Bure is more than just an executive producer. In 2026, she also featured in 2 films. Bill Abbott, president and CEO of Great American Media, hinted to the reasons why Matheson's upcoming movie and others will feel different in a statement to Women's World. This year's Great American Christmas is the pinnacle of talent and storytelling we have ever put on screen, as well as a maturation of our business. Every movie our dedication to artistic brilliance, from cherished stars to intricately detailed narratives, he said. This year marks the 5th anniversary of Great American Family. Additionally, this new movie ushers in a new era of narrative, and Accidental Arctic Christmas does not have a release date. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel without missing any update.